Welcome to the Nikki Rich Show. I'm your host, Miss Nikki Rich, and today, guys, we are broadcasting live out of sunny California. We have an exciting show for you. We have none other than Dr. Deena C. Brown in the house, known as Dr. Deena Speaks. We're going to be talking with her just in a few, but before we get to our guest, I want to tell you guys to make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube, which is Nikki Rich, the number two. Nikki Rich, the number two. This week we had an amazing week. We actually hit over 100,000 views. And, I'm excited about that. So, everybody out there, make sure you subscribe to Nikki Rich, the number two. Follow us on our social media, Nikki Rich Show TV, as well as Miss Nikki Rich, my personal page. And you can check us out on our website, thenikkirichshow.com. All our interviews will be there. If you want to listen to our podcast, there as well. Well, guys, I'm so honored to have our featured guest here. As you can see, she is in the house. She is a serial entrepreneur. She is Dr. Deena C. Brown, the founder of the $1 Million Project. She also has created the Radical Dreamer Incubator 2021. Also, she offers services, and not only that, she has a mentorship program, and she's also a publishing house and a mother, and so much more. So much more. She's balancing it out, guys. I'm so excited and honored to welcome Dr. Deena C. Brown. Welcome. How you
Welcome.
doing?
It's so good to be here. I was like, I forgot Nikki know like all my business. I was like, she know all of the stuff. Yay. It's so good to be here. Thank you for having me.
So excited, so honored to have you with everything you got going on. From the time I met you, I knew you was a force to be reckoned with. And I tell you each and every time, you are amazing. You are creative. And anybody that connects with you, I tell you, they are getting a gift.
Thank you. You know how I feel about you. Because it's like attracts like. And I feel that way about you from the moment that we connected. It was like, this my sister. This my family. She's amazing and just such a great role model and always just inspiring and it's just been just this amazing journey just to even like know you, be connected with you and to really have you as part of not only in that media space mentor, but part of my tribe and part of my sisterhood.
Yes. And like I said, you are a creator. You're over there with that think tank going, and you have created so much during the pandemic, and you're successful at it. So tell us, before we get into the juice, I want to let everybody to get to know a little bit about you, where you're based out of. Tell everybody, who is Dr. Deena Speaks.
Whew. That's such a phenomenal question, especially since I've been playing around with how do I answer that? When I think about the journey, when I think about the road that I've been on and the roles that I've played, the occupations that I've held, really, who am I? And it really boils down to what I am is a radical dreamer. I truly believe in infinite possibilities and that because we are pure potentiality, that whatever we dream and desire, if it's been given to us, God already said it's done. And so we're just walking into it. And so at my core, at my essence, is that when I'm coming up with things, I'm thinking of things, I realize that these are divine downloads. So God said, I'm just waiting for you to step into it. So who I actually am at the core is a radical dreamer who also is Xavier's mom, which is the best role that I've ever had in my entire life, and an author, and a creative. a creative, because I realized that that's where the power lies. And you talked a little bit about what's happened during the pandemic, and people are saying, you know, you got to be able to change. But I really, truly, honestly know and believe the future belongs to creatives. How do you create? How do you alchemize any situation?
Yes. How do you create? Yes, I love that. And speaking of creation, within just a short period of time, you created this project, which is amazing. The $1 million project. Tell us about it.
Yes. And first, I'm going to go ahead and give you your flowers, because when I was sharing it with you behind the scenes, you were the first who says, I believe in you. I invest in you. Let me buy this now, even before anyone else had an option. And so I want to say that just how much that meant to me, because when I think about this and we have our beautiful babies, we have these ideas of what we want to do and who we are. And so even though we're moving forward, it's really nice to have that affirmation and have that person that sits there and says, oh no, this is brilliant. And so the $1 Million Project really has stemmed from the work that I've been doing, not only in the executive coaching space, but also as a thought leader and as an educator. And that I find that people want tools to help them shift from where they are to where they want to be. And that, yes, there's courses out there. Yes, there's coaches out there. But when you are looking at someone within, you know, what my avatar is and my ideal client and the clients that I serve, that they tend to be, you know, 6, 7 figure, multiple 7 figure type of clients. However, everybody wants to grow. Everybody wants to grow. And so I was sitting there going, okay, I started putting some things together. I had a lot of the content for these tools, and it's all about personal growth and development. We kind of focus on career, we focus on our business, but we don't really truly know if we start working on us, it's going to have exponential impact. And so I had that already there, like kind of swimming around. And so I want to open the sanctuary for women. I've shared that with you. And what this is that it's a safe space for women to come and just be, to do something or nothing, to really unplug, literally unplug,
Literally
and back
unplug.
into who they are. And so I started looking at properties, looking at opportunities. And when I tell you, stuff started going to the right, into the left, into the whatever. And so I always felt that it was a pipe dream. And as I sat in that, and I was like, okay, I would start sharing, and God said, start telling people about it. And I was like, they're going to think I'm crazy, right? And so I started sharing, and people were like, well, when are you making this happen? Is this open yet? I want to go to the sanctuary, because the picture you paint. And so for the last couple of years, I've talked about it. And then this last year, even during COVID, God said, it's your time. It's the season. And so I started to look at properties and look at different opportunities. And like I said, some days, you know, like Cardi B say, you up when you up, you down when you down. It was going back and forth. And I found a property that I actually loved, went to go see it. It wasn't what I needed when I went to see it. And God said, I just wanted you to move. I just wanted you to take that leap. And so I did. And so when I was actually there looking at other properties, I saw something that was exactly like God said, that was where your beginning faith used to be, that place, which was nice. He said, but it was kind of like the small version. He said, but I told you bigger. And so the next place he showed me, he said, now this is what. So anywho, I was like, okay. And people were like, well, how are you going to finance this? I have the idea. I know what I want to do. I want to run this inn. It's like this ultimate bed and breakfast meet wellness center. And so I was like, how am I going to do this? And so people were like, oh, you know, you got it. I'm like, okay, God. He said, how much do you need? Literally, we were having prayer meetings. And so I wrote it down. I said, you know what, to really get this started, and because where I want to build it, I said, I need $1 million. And he said, okay. And I was like, okay, so what's next? And I said, okay, well, how am I going to get this $1 million? He said, $1 at a time. And that's how the $1 million project came about. And he said, take what you know. He said, what's here is so powerful and impactful. And he said, and provide a resource, help people kind of begin to make the shifts and make it affordable. And it's a community project. This is a kingdom project. And he said, it wasn't meant for you to do by yourself. And so every person that purchases from the $1 Million Project is really a part of this bigger picture.
They are like investors. Like,
they're
wow.
investors, absolutely,
That's
in
amazing.
this. And so I'm really excited about that. And so did kind of some soft launch. And again, in February, played around with some things, had other glitches, but had some more aha moments. And then I'm proud to say the website is finally up.
Yes.
Yes, it's finally up. But even looking to you and how you've been so helpful and inspiring, because I was like, okay, this didn't happen. This is not going right. And it was like, Instagram, put the link in your bio. You're like, you need to do this now. Come on. And then to have you take a look at it, because that was really at the heart of it. And I think we always deal with that when we have something that's our baby, our big, bold dream, and we have to present it to the world. Because for me, it's about adding value. It's not just collecting. I'm like, is this something that you can use to help you? And you were like, oh, girl, ooh, this is good. Yes. And so
you have everything. You have it so perfectly. I mean, and I love it because it's so easy. You can just go to the link, bam. Everything that you're doing from your services that you offer, all you got to go into this one link and you can see everything. Anything you want is there. It's that simple. It's that easy. It's easy. And if you're really looking and doing your research, you will know that it's not only on Instagram, it's on Facebook too. So she got the same link. You can go to Facebook or you can go to YouTube. I mean Instagram. It's there. Yeah. Everything you need. It's that simple.
Everything you need. And so now I'm at the point of beginning to share it. And I'll tell you, as much as I speak and as much as I do, I am used to being behind the scenes to help other people build their brand and to put their stuff out. So I can create and I help them behind the scenes. I give them a map. We work it out. But this is something so personal and so bigger that I'm like, okay, like, why am I like playing this little two-step dance,
Because it's you. It's your time. It's dealing with you. You've helped so many people. Now when it's time to circle back around for you, you're like, okay, it's happening, but like it's happening. It's really happening.
But it is happening. When I first shared it, I just went, because you had talked, you said, no, come on. And I went out there and I literally shared it and said, hey, here's kind of what it is. Here's where you could get it. That day, my ding, 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 my sound card was popping. And I was like, whoa. And I was like, okay, God. And so again, and he said, when you start showing up, and this is that message. He said, when you start showing up for you, watch me make it rain.
Yes. Watch me make it rain. And the good thing about it is, like, not only is it something that you love, like, but you're educated as well. I mean, like, you have an educational background, behind these things. So, I mean, you're not just doing it for fun.
No. It's all about impact. It's impacting your personal growth $1 at a time. That's what it is. Impacting your personal growth $1 at a time. And like I said, a lot of people go, well, it's too expensive. You don't have $1? For real? You don't have $1.
You don't have 50 cents.
You don't got 50 cents. You know what? And if you really didn't have $1, you needed one of those tools, inbox me and I will send it to you. Because and the reason why I said the $1, because every leap begins with one step. Every leap begins with one step. And when you make a step to invest in you, in your growth, and begin to intentionally love on yourself, what that does is unlock something even bigger. And so you create this opportunity for that overflow and to really put the universal law, that law of attraction, but also that law of abundance. It's truly what abundant living is about when you begin to choose you. And so there's more to it, y'all. There's a lot that goes into it. Now, here's the caveat I would be remiss to not say, is that there's always things on there for $1. There's always going to be a $5 bundle. The new bundle will drop tonight. But for that month, it's only $5, and then the price goes up.
Wait a minute. So the new bundle dropped tonight. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, the new bundle is all about fear.
Okay.
It's all about really working through the fear. And I actually was going to do something different because I was working on the mindset space, but I actually take my cue about what to put out from those that I'm connected to and like that current like research. And I find that the biggest questions I get in the work that I'm doing, the stages and the questions that people call me about is really about how to manage their fear. And what are they afraid of, and getting to the root of that. And so I said, okay, let me go ahead and drop that fear bundle. And actually, I'll probably drop a couple more bundles because people tend to like the bundles, even though there's some things in there for $1. And so in this fear bundle, this now, y'all, I'm telling you, you're gonna want to get this. There is 100 quotes, 100 confidence quotes for women. There's a flip book in there, over 100 quotes designed for women, all about confidence, all written by women. There's that flip book that's in there. There's a fear analysis worksheet, and that actually the fear analysis is actually on the site, and that is $1. So the things in the bundle you can't get for $1. They will never be in the dollar space. You can only purchase it in the bundle, but there's always product that's $1. So there's a fear analysis right now. If you go, you can grab that, and it takes you through and asks you the questions so you can begin to get to the root of the fear and really take a quick look at how it's impacting your life right now.
Yes.
You know, and so with that, that's kind of cool. And so being able to like, you know, have stuff like that. And so because I revamped some things and said, oh, I'm not going to release the mindset bundle right yet. I'm going to release this fear and confidence one. I said, oh, it'll come out, like I said, tonight to do that. I was putting some finishing touches on it last night because I'm going to tell you, this is definitely going to get bigger and bolder and better. And every time that I think that I'm getting derailed, I'm actually getting elevated to think a little bit different and to really begin to tap into that higher self, not only, but really tap into what people really need. And so I get those downloads literally and figuratively from that. So please, 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 I would encourage anyone. And even if it's not, who do you know? Who do you know that really is really wanting to work on their personal growth space? And I'm still curating some new content because I've had people make requests and said, I want to work on this. Can you? I'm like, I definitely have something on that. And so I've also been pulling things in that area. So the work that we do on dealing with the subconscious mind, how to deal with shadow work, how to really develop confidence, what does it look like, how to set boundaries. And so I'm getting a lot of requests like that. So I'm like, oh, okay. So now I'm pedal to the metal, pulling my stuff, making sure that it's branded, making sure that even for $1, that there's still value. I want you to use it. I don't want you to buy it just because you want to support me. I love that. And if you just want to make a donation to the sanctuary, you can. I've had people do that. But if you're going to download the tools, I really want you to use it and let me know how it's working for you.
And speaking of tools, I know you are an author and you have, you know, released some tools in your books as well. Yes, tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, like everything is just coming together. And you will see my League of Extraordinary Women. Let me go ahead and put that up there for y'all. Yes. My League of Extraordinary Women, who also are, you'll see them all throughout the $1 Million Project because they anchor that. And so this is the Dream Journal. And it's all about living your life by design instead of by default. And in the Dream Journal, it's all about creating your power tools and your dream goals, how to have conscious communication with yourself, how to make courageous commitments to yourself so that you can actually begin to manifest your dreams. Yeah. And so what this journal actually does, it was part of the dream box that I did before. And so what this journal actually does, it breaks down pretty much whatever dream that you have. And this is about personal dreams. And it takes you through that goal of writing it down, writing the vision and making it plain, and then adding on, okay, here's what are the steps you're going to take to do it. So not just, oh yeah, here's my dream. I got this journal going on.
Exactly.
Okay, so then included what's the most powerful part of this, I keep making sure I get in the camera right, are what I call these shift goals.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go in and so you begin to identify the specific things. And so it gives you a roadmap. It gives you a roadmap for your success. I am all about the tools. I am all about the strategies because people,
Yeah.
they know what to do. People know what to do, but they don't know the how.
Mm-mm.
They go, how do I do this? How do I start? How do I begin to move?
They don't know where to start. And they always say, well, can you help me? And you are giving them the tools to be successful, to start and know the how.
Yeah. That is it exactly. You boom. Hit the nail. Let me get my hum y'all, because yes, she done nailed it. And let's go and clap it out. Let's clap it out. Because that's all true.
Yes. And I want to talk about the services that you provide, like laser coaching, mentorship, publishing, strategic consults, all of these things that you can connect with Dr. Deena on, these services, as well to help you, like you're trying to help so many people out there, and you doing it, through your products, through your boxes, like the limited edition dream box,
Oh yes. I was seeing if I have, let me see. I was seeing if I don't have a dream box in here. I was putting one together for a client. But what's the key part of that are these dream pillows. And
Mm-hmm.
you'll see a theme throughout all of my work is about daring to dream.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've stopped dreaming,
Mm-hmm.
or we've made it taboo, or we begin to talk about dreams like it was something that was frivolous. But there's something so powerful in our dream and tapping into that, because until we can begin to visualize ourselves in the spaces and the places, then how are we going to actuate it?
That's true. You gotta be able to visualize. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, that's what helped me. And journal, because I got mine.
Oh, I love that. I have one of those too. Yep.
I got mine because I'm always journaling, and writing things down. I mean, all of you guys are in here. So, because I mean, it's amazing. Like, I love it. Everything you need to journal,
You do.
write your story down, write your vision down, write your goals,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff, so.
And what's really interesting too, because as I go through these, I'm in it with you. Okay. I'm part of this process. And so sharing, people always ask me what my process is. And so that's what I've been sharing with these tools. And you're talking about journaling, but if you actually go to my bio on Instagram, that's I think the only place that is there, I might move it into the actual $1 Million Dollar Store, is that it's a moon journaling. So even understanding how to journal how we should journal tied to the cycles of the moon.
Yes.
And whether we are in a opportunity for setting the intention, or really is about clearing things out, all of that. And so there's a moon journal. So as I have been going through a process, I literally have begun to say, come with me. Come with me. We're all in this together. Let's get it.
And you know what I love about you is that you are a realist. You are real with yourself. You don't just do things for just to do it, or for titles or what have you, or just do it. You like, hey, I this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. And if you with me, you with me. If not, keep going.
Deuces. I love you from afar.
You cannot play.
Look, I'll love you from afar. We good, but we just not gonna be good in the same space. And I think that for me, it's been this journey of discovery. We are always on a journey of discovery. If you don't take anything else from me today and everything that I've shared, take two things. Go to my bio, go to the $1 Million Dollar Project, find something that you love. Number one. Number two, that we are always on a journey of self-discovery.
Yes, we are.
And that as the seasons change, as the cycles change, if we are growing, yes, change is going to occur, but if we're going to grow, that takes intention. That takes us being tapped in and being aware of that. And so you're always trying to get back to that version of you, which is the authentic
Mhm.
you. And if you understand that, then you'll realize that while when situations and circumstances happen, or people come in your life or leave your life, all of that stuff in between, is that you'll know at those points that everything you've been through has been compost for your growth.
Yes.
Everything. And so now what? So I'm telling you, I've been through some things. We know I've been through some things. And so before I had that awakening, I would ruminate over that. Oh my gosh. And again, where your thoughts are, that's where your energy flows. Your energy flows where your thoughts go. And so I would notice the worse I felt, the more I felt worse. I mean, it just would compile. And then I said, wait a minute, what if I go, okay, so now what? I take my moment to grieve. I do. I'll say, that sucked. I'm not happy about it. I don't believe in toxic positivity. But then I'll go, okay, so now what? What do you choose? Because whatever you choose, that's what you get. You live the life of your intentions.
Yes.
You do. It might not be the life you want, but you're living the life of your intentions. What intention are you setting for your life? And so I would ask myself those questions. Okay, do I want to be sad or miserable, angry, or do I want to feel joy?
Exactly. Do you
And
want
it
to
took me
feel
get on myself.
Now tell us, speaking of joy, I know this person brings you so much joy. So how do you balance out being a mother and also, creating this legacy?
Well, everything that really helped me become a conscious leader is for me being Xavier's mom. To me, that's when the real journey of growth began, because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I didn't have Xavier till I was 30 years old. So I can't even say I was a teen mom. Child, I was 30. And still didn't know. But what I learned about patience, compassion, love, and all of that, he taught me that in being his mom. Because for me, I have an axiom: I want relationship and I don't need to be right, because that's the important thing. And so for him, I haven't always gotten it right, but I knew my conscience was free and clear because I did the best that I could with the knowledge and the awareness that I have. And so I forgive myself in that. And I am not ashamed to apologize. When I've gotten it wrong, I'm like, oh, honey, I'm sorry. I said, oh, mommy, sorry. Oh, ooh, that was messed up. Okay, yeah, I'm wrong. And he used to look at me like, what? But what I was teaching him was to own up, okay, to the things that you do that you become conscious of or it was not quite right. And so it is always a juggling act. Sometimes, I was very present. Sometimes I wasn't, but the times that I was, I made sure that I was, so if I say, okay, mommy's 17-hour days, because, I was a school principal for so many years and being an educator, he slept many a nights in my classroom or in my office. He thought he was the assistant principal at one of my schools, because he was always there. But I always kept the lines of communication open, and we're not friends. I'm his mother. And let me tell you, I wish I came up with that little clever piece. Let me tell you what my child said to me. Because at times, divorce, all this other stuff. And I was like, Xavier, am I your best? I said, I'm your best friend. He goes, Mom, you're not my best friend. He said, Mom, you're not my friend. And I was about to get 38 hot, right? He said, you're my mother. And that's so much bigger. And that's so much more important.
That is, yes.
And so he's been in it with me, and we've talked. Like I said, the best thing I can say is that how I've done it is just really being communicative, keeping the lines of communication open, really not letting my ego get in the way of my excellence, and knowing that keeping at the heart of it, what is my intention, and making sure that my intention was lined up with my desire. And that was to be the very, very best version of me that I can be. So it means I'm always growing. I'm always learning. I'm sharing that with him. I'm giving him space. I'm letting him make his own mistakes. I'm saying, I'm here if you have a question, but go ahead and figure it out on your own. If you need my help, call me, And so it's just been this wonderful dance, to be honest with you. And I'm always still learning and growing. I call it conscious parenting.
I'm telling you, we all are. But, just being able for your child to see you, you know, being a serial entrepreneur, doing what you love, and also be a mom, a good mom. It's just amazing. He's able to see what you're doing, and
Yeah.
it's inspiring him. You are like sowing a seed.
Yeah,
You
and
know
he
how like at the time the child probably don't understand, but as he get older, he'll
Oh,
definitely
he's
understand.
investing through Cash App because he was trying to set this other account, but he needed to get a social. I mean, like, and he said to me, so y'all, this is funny, is that I
Right?
told him that he needs to learn how to be a great momager. He needs to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to manage me because as I get older, he's going to one day be the big boss of me, like I'm the big boss of him. And I said, so you need to learn how to manage me and take time with me and be patient with me because I'm going to probably be, irrational. Who teaches you how to deal with your parents as they've aged? So
Exactly.
I told him he's in momager training. And so he cracks me up. So I asked for Valentine's Day. I said, I don't want a gift and I don't want you to spend money. I said, the greatest gift you could give me is just write me a note, write me a letter. Just tell me what you think or feel or, blah, blah, blah. And he wrote me the best note. And he was just saying that, he doesn't take for granted all of the adulting and really teaching him and walking him through and letting him experience certain things. And he's just like, I really appreciate that. And he's like, and I even like my momager training. And so it's just things like that. And I just, like I said, he's my whole heart outside of my body. And when I keep that at the forefront, then everything else is secondary. That's how I do it.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Now, what is next, Dr. Deena?
Well, next, what I visualize next, my dream is always to do an official TED Talk.
Okay.
And so I am applying to a couple of TEDs, Seattle and Jacksonville. And if anyone's listening, need me to come and be on their TED stage, holler at your girl. But I'm
Texas, because I've seen some of my colleagues or followers, they have been in Texas, so apply for Texas too.
Yes, I did apply for one in Texas, someone that I knew that's in a place in Texas too. They reached out to me and I did that one as well. And but I'm working on my book, a new book. And one of my mentors, Dr. Vicki Johnson, I was doing an interview with her and we were talking about what my passion is all about reframing the imposter narrative and having a clarity for conscious conversation of its intersectionality with race, class, and trauma. And so what is imposter syndrome? What is it not? Is it a phenomenon? Is it tied to what is the seed of those thoughts that we carry and those ideologies that we hold that kind of derail us, sometimes from living the life that we dream? And so we were talking about that. And she said, Deena, you have to finish that book. You've been talking about you need to write that book because it's really about, again, the strategy. So it's not just saying, here's what it is. Okay, y'all dealing with this, boom, do this. Here's what it looks like. Here's kind of giving you some new understanding with it. And so she's like, Deena, until you finish that book, she did a whole Color Purple thing on me. Until you do right, that work, ain't nothing else gonna go right, And so I've been working on that book and my academic research on imposter syndrome, adding to the new body of knowledge, getting that together so that I can submit it for, IRB, get the IRB approved because it's a real academic study because I want to present at peer-reviewed journals, which I can do the research. I can put a survey out there and get information. But if I wanted to be in like Psychology Today, if I wanted, God said it's bigger. He said it's bigger. And he said,
bigger.
Take the steps that you need to truly add this body of knowledge because it's going to be revolutionary. And it's going to be transformational. And so just working on that and living my best life every day, like literally just getting to know myself more, really tapping into my intuition a little bit more, loving myself, not only giving myself grace, but practicing grace. That's different. So that's that's it. And getting this, because all of this is compost, right? Because when you come to the sanctuary, When you
Mm-hmm.
come there, energetically, you're going to feel the peace. You're going to feel
You're
the
gonna
joy.
feel it.
You're going to feel the exhalation.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to feel all of that. And so that's really part of the design element. And I am the master architect. So I had to get me right. Make sure everybody else kind of stays tight when they come.
I love it. Now, also, here at the Nikki Rich Show, we always, before we go, we always ask that our guests tell your name, your business, and you are watching the Nikki Rich Show. If you
Ah,
don't like.
hey. I am Dr. Deena C. Brown, founder of the Lead Her Shift movement, owner of Her Executive Presence, speaker, author, entrepreneur, and I am kicking it with Nikki Rich of the Nikki Rich Show.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. And I'm so excited for everything that's to come with you and all your projects, your business, all the success thus far. And, we're going to continue to support. And, here, you're welcome back anytime. And I just want to thank you for being our guest.
It has been a pleasure. It has been a pleasure. And anytime. And I'm looking forward to, like sharing more. And just but you're such a part of this journey. And so as I grow and shine, it's really just radiates. And I'm a reflection of all of the shine, all of the love, all of the investment that you and
Yes.
others like you have made in me. So I thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. We're so excited for you and more to come. And right now, I just want to let you know we are live on YouTube and Facebook, but we will be pumping it out the links later today so guys can watch the replay. If you didn't watch the live, you can always watch the replay. I know a lot of you are out and about with those STEMI checks.
I'm done.
So y'all can come back home and watch the replay. But I thank you for being our guest. Thank you guys for watching the Nikki Rich Show. You're welcome back anytime here at the Nikki Rich Show. Much love to you. Make sure you subscribe to Nikki Rich, the number 2. Bye, guys.
Bye.